All right, what up, Doe? All right, mic check, mic check. We good to go. What's up, everybody? Had to go get me some alkaline water from upstairs real quick. How's everybody doing today? Let me pop out this chat. Welcome to Detroit Lions Weekly for August the 21st, 2025. We are at the end of training camp. Can you believe it, man? Just like that, OTAs, the dead period. Training camp has come and gone, and we are here, man. We got one more preseason game, and then the next time you guys see me live on this channel will be Saturday. But then after that will be the roster cuts. We're going to do like we did last year. As a matter of fact, I'm going to set that up probably sometime today. We're going to go live probably about 3:30 and see if the roster cuts come in. I don't know what time they came in last. They should be in by 4, but the Lions are kind of slow with everything. Let me shout everybody out in the chat. We got Cola, Malachi, what up, though? We got Nephew, what up? Fave, what's going on? Zerta, Braylon Dennis says, final preseason game this weekend. That should be a happy face, bro. It's going down. We got Bonzilla in the building. Donkey Kong, haven't seen you in a hot second. What's going on? Walter Tran, what's up, Detroit Lions fan? Bobby Stark, what up, what up, what up? What's up, man? Good to see you. Bro, I've been watching YouTube all day. Keep missing the streams. Well, you know what? So this channel is supposed to be Thursday at 4. So you can know that. The other channel, it really is no time over there. I'm trying to buckle down on a time. What up? Keeping it lazy. What's going on? What's going on? Wave Kid, Sports Talk with Rob. What up, bro? Been a minute. I want to talk to you about promo. I'm doing something big for the Lions season. Okay. You can email me, man. The link is in the description. What's up, Run DC? We got Aaron Smith. What up, Kiera? What up, Doe? Eugene, Lions Live. What up, what up, what up, man? What's going on? All right, so we got some things to talk about, man. Aiden Hutchinson talked about his contract today. Ahmed, I keep calling him Ahmed Hassanin did not have to have surgery, so he is not necessarily out for the season. So that's good. Surgery would have put him out, but he did not have to have surgery. So Dan Campbell was talking about it today. If you want me to bring the press conference in, I can. But it was some things in there, not a ton, just a lot of, it was some stuff about Josh Pascal. Josh Pascal is going to be out for some time. I don't know, man. I'm getting a little concerned about that whole situation. And we got to talk about roster cuts on, Tuesday. So will Broderick Martin make the team? Somebody said yesterday that Zadarius Smith is waiting on he's waiting on roster cuts to take Broderick's number. And here's the crazy part. I can't remember a veteran that played like 1 year, but then missed the entirety. Well, yeah, Jadeveon Clowney. There's a lot of guys that's not on teams right now that missed the entirety of training camp. So we shall see. What's up? JT says, yo, how are you doing? God bless. Go Lions. I'm doing well. Fred says, can't wait for the season, baby. What's up, Dave? The contract negotiation better be short. Well, the way HUD sounded, bro, it doesn't sound like it's happening anytime soon. And it's going to get sticky. But, hey, so Lions, I did not get to see your video about whether or not you think we can make Hendrickson happen, but I am intrigued to see that. What's up, Josh? What's good with you, big dog? What's going on? So how we feeling, man? The season is upon us. Let me see. Let's go back. Let's have some fun, man. Let's reminisce a little bit. The early offseason was hard. It was hard, man, because of how we lost, because of what we had done during the season. Best record, first seed, and just to lose like we did. Seems like Benedict was trying to throw the game away. Then he gets hired by the Bears like 3 days later. It was a rough offseason. Then to make matters worse, when free agency gets here, I am 2 days away from choosing season tickets, and they ran out. Now check this out. I did hear from a homie that the homie didn't want 3 tickets. But they told the homie, listen, if you don't get 3 tickets, you ain't getting no tickets. It was crazy, bro. So I only want 2. I don't know how many the homie wanted, but they told the homie it's either 3 or we'll see you next year. So they took the 3. They in the building. Shout out to them because I'm actually going to be going next Friday on the 29th to the Loyal Lions member thing. and I'm going to get me a Panay Sewell bobblehead. Let's go. Let's go, man. So I can have a Panay Sewell bobblehead join these bobble guys over there, man. We got to get Gibbs in the shop, bro, because Gibbs is actually hitting behind here. But I'm going to try to bring in a couple more camera angles and such. So we've got Jake Bates. We've got Aiden. We've got Brad, Calvin, and then I've got David and Monty over here. And then Jameer, these are from FOCO. So these are FOCO bobbleheads. Okay, there we go. And then I'll have Panay Sewell. So shout out to the big homie. Shout out to the big homie. Appreciate Malachi with the syndicate recruitment. I appreciate you, bro. Fresh, what up, though? Says, let me see. How are we feeling about Wingo? Okay, so according to Dan, so we have probably heard from Brad for we got one more time to hear, once or twice to hear. He usually does like an off-season wrap-up. We'll hear from him, and then he'll disappear into the trade deadline. Dan made it seem like Wingo, they don't know. They don't know. And we don't got a lot of time to decide. I can't remember what day you have to be, they have to finalize the roster where they got to put you on IR. Okay, so Aaron says, yo, D, did you see the Pivot podcast with Monty and Gibbs on it? I started watching it, bro, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. I am going to definitely check that out. What up, Fresh says, what up, Derek? I'm with you on giving up Jack for Trey. Wait. Okay, so do you think we trade someone else as well, though? So, okay, I didn't necessarily say I would give up Jack. But I was saying we're not going to be able to pay all those guys. But now that you mention it, that's intriguing. Jack is going to year 3. I don't think I would even do that, bro. I don't think I would give up Jack because you're talking about a guy that's going on to year 3. Maybe if Jack was going into year 4, but we got Jack for a rookie deal. So I don't think I would do that. I would try to sweeten it with something else. Look, I give you Broderick. I give you Broderick like he worth something. I try to do something, bro. Hutch coming back, not really worried too much about it. Let me see. Where we at? What's this crown that says number 1? Okay, so if you look in the chat, you should see a crown. Let me see if it's in the chat. Yeah. So if you look at the chat, right? At the top of the chat, you should see a crown right there. And if you click on that crown, you can see who the leaderboards are as far as people interacting in the chat. So, the top 3 have little things, icons, and stuff by their name. Yeah. Yep. Let me see. Yeah, you can't leave one seat open. Yeah, so Queez, here's the thing, though. Oh, you mean what do you mean? Because let's say I only want 2 seats. Wait a minute. So wait. So you're saying if they get to me, and I only want 2 seats, they're going to make me buy 3? But what about the single game tickets, though? That's whack, bro. That's whack. How many days a week do you slap Brad Holmes' bobblehead? None. Because if I slapped it as hard as I wanted to, I'll break the darn thing. We always lose a guy right when he's turning the corner. Okay, so let's do this. Let's start off and let's talk about Josh Pascal. Josh Pascal was acquired in the Matthew Stafford trade pretty much, right? Because we traded up for Jamison Williams. We gave up pick number, I can't remember what it was, 32, something else. We came up, got Jamison Williams, and we got Josh Pascal in that trade at number 46, somewhere around there. I think we got I don't know, man. I'm feeling like, I don't want to call him a bust because he wasn't a first round pick, but he underperformed. And now I don't even know what's wrong with him, which is none of my business, but it's like, is it the cancer? Is it something else? But Dan didn't seem too confident in him being able to play anytime soon. So that's another hit that the D-line is going to take. And we got a guy that we can't even trust in Marcus Davenport. Then we have, what's the guy's name? Wingo, who we don't know what's going on with him. So I feel like this time next week, man, we could see Zadarius Smith on this team. Think about it. We play football. We play a regular season game in 17 days, which is insane. We can pay everyone under 26. We losing all the vets, though. Long extensions, void years, and cap restructures. Attack it Eagle style. So are you pro Lions? Are you pro them trading for Trey? And if so, what would you do? Wave Kid says Davenport, Hendon, and a third. Hey, I was thinking about Hendon as well. But did you hear when I keep saying Brad, now it's Dan's turn. Did you hear when Dan was asked about 3 quarterbacks? I thought that was intriguing. We might actually have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Let me see. Where we at here? What's up, CB? Says, Derek, do you think that Brad tries to build the Lions like the Rams, looking for inside pressure that Donald gave them and not caring about the edges? Well, you know what, see? That's the way he's been doing it. But we don't have an Aaron Donald on our team. You know what I mean? So if you don't have it, AD on your team, then you need somebody on the other side of Hutch. But that's a good one. I like that one. Patrick says we need Z trade to Detroit on cut down day or Tuesday morning. So that's what I was going to ask you. I saw a lot of trades. There's been a lot. It was like a bunch that happened over the weekend. Do you guys think the Detroit Lions either trade away someone or trade for someone before cut day? And if so, who could it be? I don't think we have that guy on our team unless I really don't think. I don't think we have a guy that you got to have on our team that a person could be like, yo, we got to have this guy. Maybe one of our receivers, maybe Tim Patrick. I doubt it, though. Maybe Lovett. Maybe, I don't know. What's up, DV? What's going on, Mike? Micah makes more sense because you can manipulate the money. I'm against Trey. Okay, Lions. So let me ask you this. So Trey, 1-year deal. He got no extra money. So nothing goes to next year. Nothing. But you would rather sign Micah. He's going to get a massive deal, and you know that's going to equal void years. So that's interesting, man. That's definitely interesting. I'm just asking a question. No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, let me see. Get Snoop Huntley. Snoop Huntley is where? He is with the Browns, right? We don't get small athletic players. The scheme is run defense. That's a damn thing to me. Python says maybe Meeks. I don't know. I'll trade Derek Barnes and a second-round pick for Trey, or even Jack Campbell and a second-rounder for Trey. Really? I bet a team will love Broderick. Yeah, UFL team. What up, D? What's going on, man? Random question, Derek. Do I have a favorite AFC team? Favorite AFC team? I don't know. I like watching the Chiefs, minus there's so many. You got the Bengals. I like watching Joe Burrow. If I had to pick one, I don't know. I was a huge LaDainian Tomlinson fan back in the day. So I would probably say Chargers, but I really don't have one. Oh, just a random question out of nowhere. So I got a not so bold prediction. I think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce get married. I think before 2025 is out, they'll be announcing their engagement. I know it's weird, it's out of nowhere, but I was watching New News, I was watching New Heights, and I was like, they about to get married. I feel it. I feel it happening. They gonna pull a Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. So I don't know if it's Steinfeld Allen now or whatever, but I'm predicting that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift get married just out of nowhere. My wife, a major Swiftie. Oh man. Dan says, who cares? And it was just a random thing. Says out of nowhere. Actually what happened was I saw it last night. It was a clip I saw. Anyway, I'm surprised they ain't married now. Gotta wait. She probably worth way more than he is. So she probably playing her cards a little closer to the chest. I trade 3 first and wait a minute. Lions live. You trying to get assassinated on YouTube, bro. See, Lions, you new to this space, bro. You new to this space. Let me cue you in a little bit, okay? You will get destroyed if you have an opinion, right? And if it's not like everybody else's, you will get destroyed, my brother. So let me see this. I trade 3 first and some for Micah. We can give a 4 or 6 year deal and give him an extension. Hey, bro, did you put that in a video? You need to make a video. That's crazy. That is crazy, bro. 3 first and some. Okay, what is and some? That is crazy. Fred says, always been a Detroit Lions fan, but I like Josh Allen. He cold. Yeah, he is cold. So the San Diego Chargers are my favorite AFC team. I lived out there for my first 13 years of the Navy. Wow, man. Yeah, I used to love Antonio Gates. I couldn't stand Phillip Rivers, though. He his arm was like, but the rest of the team, they should have won. And they had a defense too. They just could not beat the Patriots, but they were some dogs. Derek, didn't Trey Hendrickson make a statement saying that he only wants extensions to the team that will trade for him? Otherwise, he sit out if he doesn't. Run, I don't know. Somebody has said that. I never heard that. I don't know. I would find it hard to believe that Trey would sit out, especially if he goes to a contender. Because to me, if he got traded and set out, he is going to destroy any value he has, in my opinion. Whatever cards he plays, he's better off playing and earning a big payday. If you get traded and then you sit out, I mean, look what happened to, what's my man name? What's the dude name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God, the Jets guy. Oh my God, what's the guy that got traded last? It's literally, it's trying to come out, but it won't. Look what happened to him. He got traded, and then what? Hassan Reddick. Thank you, Patrick. Look what happened to him. Hassan Reddick gets traded, sits out, and nothing. Trey, if Trey did that, I think that would be a really, really bad idea. How about, Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau, not a huge fan of him. However, I think he's better than anything opposite Hutch. And that's real. Davenport, miss me. I just, until Davenport plays 12, 13 games, I have no faith in him. But my thing is, what would you give up for him? And it feels like the Giants had an opportunity to trade him, but they haven't yet. Cue ball in the building. Bam. Let me play the air horn real quick. Where is the air horn? It should be right here. Nope. With the 12-month membership, I will be heading to the post office after I make my observations video. Says, the only logical thing to do is sign Z and move on. This Glasgow injury is worrying me, though. That's right. So Graham Glasgow got injured today, a lower leg injury. I know John Macroon was on with Detroit Lions on SI. I don't know the severity of it. I had to take care of some things earlier today, so I have no idea the severity of it. But that does suck. It does suck. That's another question, too. Let me ask y'all this. Do you think that if since Graham was going to be the starting center, if he's hurt, do you think Tate moves the center, or do you think we go out and get somebody? That's going to be something. That's going to be something. I'm starting to think he must be going crazy and ain't no way we trade him. No, ain't no way. We not doing that. He has no value. Ahmed has zero value, bro. Like none. He was already a 6th-round pick. He has zero value. None. Nobody would trade for him. Yeah, he also may not be out for the season. Kira, with the comment of the show so far, says, I need the Grant Stewart returning kickoff experiment to end. 100%. It's like, keep that brother on the defensive side of the ball. Or, you know what I'm saying? He'll fumble and then cause a fumble the next play. Come on, man. They done tried it. Wouldn't it be, they're not going to do but wouldn't it be something if they cut him because of all them fumbles? They're not, but that would be crazy. Do you think the Lions trade for an offensive lineman? That's a great question. That is a great question. Let me see. The fact that we have so much faith in Davenport worries me. Yeah, man. It'll be Kingsley? That's tough. Ahmed and Barnes for a second rounder for Trey. Guaranteed ticket to the Super. You know what, Steve? You surprising me today, bro. You like 95% anti my takes when we do this show. So I'm curious to know what's going on. That's actually surprising to me. It really is. But yeah, he has zero trade value. Do you think we trade Tim Patrick? I would say no, unless you got an offer you can't refuse. I think the Lions would keep 7 wide receivers before they traded Tim Patrick. I mean, don't get me wrong, Isaac a dog, and he gonna be a dog, but you can't give up a guy. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I feel if they ask for Tim, they consider Miles Frazier out for the season. Ooh, I don't know. Meeks traded for the low. Let me see. Sell while the value high. Wait, value high on who? On who? I don't think the Lions have really any. Tim Patrick is a good one. He might be the only guy, because Dan Campbell was talking about when he was saying 3 quarterbacks, like if you kept 3, then you're gonna take away from somewhere else. D-line, O-line, you know what I'm saying? So, and also wide receiver. Supposedly he walked off on his own, so maybe not be severe. Let's hope, because they stopped putting State in that spot. Tate, okay. Ain't nobody giving us that. Anything above a 6 for Patrick. Let me see. Dangle Kirby and get an edge. Bobby, bro, we literally just made Kirby Joseph at the time the highest paid safety in the national. Ain't nobody traded for Kirby Joseph. That ain't happening. Mark Royal says, I can see the Lions trading Aleem at the trade deadline. But okay, so y'all got to remember, Aleem signed a new deal last year, right? So I don't know if anybody eats that stuff. You know what I mean? No, we didn't trade. No way we trade Patrick. I agree. They're not trading Aleem. Yeah, I just don't think it's logical. It's logical. What's up, Spirit? What's good with you, man? I'm good, bro. I am good. Why not trade Reader after Aleem comes back? Maurice, because it'll be half the season. I mean, if we traded DJ Reader, it's a trade deadline move. And we don't even know what Aleem is going to look like. So I don't think so. Okay, so listen. What's up, Johnny B? All right. So Lions Live 365. And that means you got to be live every day. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay, says, all them vets finna be gone, I'm telling you. Okay, so, I mean, I agree with you, right? Because you got Khalif Raymond, last year his deal. Alex Anzalone, last year his deal. Now, if you're calling a vet somebody with 4 vested years, then yeah, our team is going to look a whole lot different next year, which is why I say trade for Trey Hendrickson. Here's another random thought. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? This is random thoughts today, right? Denzel Washington is 70 years old. I'm just saying, bro. What is happening? I'll be 46 this year. Denzel 70. Man, what is happening? I mean, yeah, Denzel, he looks 70. He don't look like I know I'm all random today, but it's just stuff, man. And the judge from Providence died yesterday. The nice judge. What is happening? What's going on, man? It says Lions have 2 young DTs on rookie deals, and the Lions need to sign J-Mo Hutch next year. Listen, I'm hearing they said in camp today J-Mo was cooking. He gonna be a problem. That's what it sounds like. And you know what? Let's give Jamison Williams a round of applause, shall we? Let's give J-Mo a round of applause. Thank you. Because Jamison Williams spent an entire offseason out of trouble. Out of no suspensions, no nothing. He was healthy. Let's go. J-Mo get a round of applause, man. Good for him. Jack Campbell is taking over for Enzo. He not going anywhere. They going to keep him here with D. Barnes. I agree. Plus, he's only in his 3rd year. I don't think we have anybody really of trade value. I just don't, man. We got a lot of nobodies on our team. You know what I mean? Like, as far as they're either locked into a contract or they're not worth trading. It is what it is. We'll see. That's why, for me, I'm like, okay, who would you give up for Trey Hendrickson? Who would you give up for Trey? If the Bengals said, we want your 2nd round pick and we want a guy, he can't be a scrub though. Like, who would you be willing to part with? Enzo could get traded too. Mark, you trying to trade everybody, bro. I don't really see, you know what? Okay, anybody on the last year of their deal could be traded. Khalif Raymond, Alex Anzalone, anyone on the last year of their deal could be traded. The Bengals are going to trade Hendrickson for Martin in the 7th round. Trust me, bro. It's the source. Lion says nobody. Yeah, man, look, Mike Valenti is saying Brian Branch. Mike Valenti I think he gets paid to push people buttons. That's Mike Valenti. I don't believe anything he says. Levi and Campbell, says Master Chief. Ain't nobody taking Levi, bro. You do know Levi done for the season, bro. Ain't nobody take. Not only is Levi done for the season, he's of no use to them next year. Better take that third and be quiet. A second rounder with Barnes or Campbell or both. Okay. I'll give them Derek Barnes and a second rounder in a nanosecond. I'll be like, whoo. They still do the dab. I would dab it. I give it to him like yesterday. Yeah, I saw that. I like that, Judge. Yeah. He was 88. He had a 2-year battle with cancer. Davenport and Tim Patrick. No one taking Rakestraw. Bro, Rakestraw's out for the season. What are we doing? Do y'all even keep up with the team? Or do you just listen to us YouTubers? So we can tell you we traded and y'all believe it? Rakestraw done for the year. Rakestraw and Levi are done. And it's a good chance Makai and old boy are gonna, it sounds like what Dan and Brad are gonna do. You know what? They're gonna have to really play some NFL like IR roulette this year, like musical IR, because don't forget you have, including the 2 spots that you can bring up as the season starts from IR. Like, you know what I'm saying? The exclusion to IR is 10. You got 10 spots. If you put Ahmed and Pascal on IR, that only leaves you 6. And you know somebody's going to get hurt. And you only can bring up 10 people. Do you think we draft a linebacker with a high pick? Saber, I don't know. Yeah. Jack Campbell's not getting traded, at least not this year. I don't think he gets traded at all. But the question about Jack is paying him. So I think you got to throw Jack out. I don't know, bro. I hate to be Brad. Like this, he gonna have a tough time. Derek, what about this? Tim Patrick and Barnes with the second rounder. I would take that. I would take it. Why? Patrick, Barnes, last year they deal. You got to give me something back. If I give you a second, we don't have a third rounder. You got to give me a fourth or a third, and I'll give you Tim Patrick, Derek Barnes, and a second. You give me a fourth or a third, done deal. I'm trading him in a second. I like that, though. Barnes just got his deal. Well, that's even better. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. I thought he got a 1-year deal. You are right. He got a 2-year deal. That sweetens the pot. Okay, that's even better. But it ain't like a break the bank deal. I give you Derek Barnes and Tim Patrick. You give me, in a second, you give me Trey. And now, because of Derek Barnes' 2-year deal, I want a 3rd round pick. Forget that 4th. I want a 3rd round pick. And you might throw me a raggedy player. Give me somebody. We'll see. But I forgot about that. He got a 2-year deal. Davenport and Tim Patrick, Broderick Martin, and the 1st. Heck, ain't nobody taking. The UFL is going to turn Broderick away. I'd make that trade. To be honest, Derek, I give up 5 players for Trey. I'm trying to win this thing next year. Yeah, you know what, y'all? And here's the reality of the situation. Y'all might be like, well, why is he so bent on Trey Hendrickson? A lot of stuff is going to look different next year, y'all. It really is. There's a lot of, let's go. Okay, so here are the people that are on the last year, just off the dome, right? Pascal, last year of his deal. Levi is technically done. So he's not even on the team next year unless the Lions re-sign him, okay? Alexander Zaloni, not here. Tim Patrick, not here. Khalif Raymond, not here, right? DJ Reader, not here. It is a lot of people. Now, we know that Brad is going to prioritize those guys. But when I say the team is going to look different next year, it's going to look different. And to top it off, we negative 21 million next season. To out the gate, negative 21. All them void years start to, here they come. Jared Goff, all of these other, Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph is on the books till 2021. I'm sorry, 2031. It's insane. We got a donation from C Pool. Appreciate you, big dog. Says, what if what Brad said is true about room for developmental players was true, shouldn't he cut Manu? If the Lions keep Manu, it forces the Lions to keep 5 tackles. What did he say? What did he say about, because I don't know. I be tuning him out sometime. That's a good question, though, man. I appreciate the donation. True, Derek. Things are going to look different. We got to go after this thing right now. That's what I'm saying. This is one of the rare times that me and Steve have agreed on something. We never agree, bro, but we agree on this. So okay, let's have a debate in the comment section. What would it hurt to trade for Trey Hendrickson this year? He has no money on the books next year. Outside of eating into our cap for next year, the rollover cap, what is he going to do? What damage would he do? Right? I know we're already negative 21 million. So my thing is, what would he do? Why would we not do this? What is the argument against it? And I'm looking at it like this might be a kitchen sink year for the Detroit Lions. This might be. It really might be. He pretty much said there's no room to keep projects. Really? Oh, that mean that B-Mark is out of there. Really? Wait a second. Really? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me take some water. Let me take a sip of water. Wait a minute. You know what that tells me now? Oh, shoot. We gotta have a segment, man. We gotta have a segment. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Brad Holmes and Giovanni Manu and projects. Now, it's been brought to my attention because sometimes I'll be tuning out. The same way y'all tune out when I'm talking, I be tuning out Brad Holmes. I'll be paying attention to everything. But it comes to my attention, it's been brought to my attention that Brad might have paraphrasing here, might have alluded to being ready to move on from Project Pigs. So that tells me a few things. It tells me, one, Broderick is out of there. It tells me that, two, it was a mistake. And here's what it really tells me, though. It tells me that Brad he don't got a lot of time. You understand what I'm saying? I told y'all that next year, the heat is going to rise on Bradley Mathias, Jerome Cornelius. It's going to rise. You don't have time for projects. See, don't forget, Broderick was drafted year 3 of the Detroit Lions' current regime. They're going into 5 right now, year 5. So if you don't got time for no more projects, what that mean? That means you don't have time to see them develop because you got to win now. That if he said that tells me that he might be changing a little bit. He might be changing. He might be coming over. Like, yo. And so let's bring that. I know y'all gonna hate this. And we gonna talk about, we gonna talk about it, okay? I'm having a conversation with the chat, and I'm trying to say, why would you not trade for Trey Hendrickson? What sense does it make to not trade for him? So Mark Royal says Trey isn't playing without a new deal, period. If they re-sign Trey to a max deal, the Lions will not be able to re-sign Hutch. Got to pick one. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you, I hear you. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. Trey won't play unless he has a contract. That's why we won't trade for him. All right. So I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. And that's your opinion, and that's fine, and that's great. I'm going to tell you why I say it. People say a lot of things. They say a lot of things, and it's what they do. So if you look at the situation with the Bengals, Trey trying to have security right now. But I'm telling you, it would be a dumb move for Trey Hendrickson to sit out the year. Look at what happens when you do that. Hassan Reddick. Nope. He actually hurt himself, okay? Look at the best example. Somebody that was at the peak of their career, Le'Veon Bell. Set out an entire year, signed with the Jets, and was not the same. In addition to that, what would you be sending to the rest of these teams that I'm not going to play unless you pay me, right? You've been traded. That new team has nothing to do with the old team. You were a casualty of war, and you still going to sit out? Now, if Hassan Reddick, I guess it was some miscommunication there. I don't know, and that's what he was doing. The fact that Trey showed up to training camp and not got fined. So I know what Trey's saying. I understand that. I don't buy into that, though, because to me, he risks getting hurt, but at the same time, what example is he setting? Is that a risk Trey is willing to take? And to put icing on the cake, don't forget, he got some ties with Dan Campbell, right? So you think he gets traded to the Detroit Lions, a Super Bowl contending team, knowing that he gets to play with Hutch, and he played under Dan Campbell, meaning Dan was part of the coaching staff, and he doesn't play, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Because anybody that trades for him, if it's a trash team, because think about this, the trash teams are going to have a bunch of money, but they're going to be trash. Shout out to Bubba Dub. But then you have a Super Bowl contending team, they might not have a bunch of money, but they got a chance to win. So I don't buy it, but I see what you guys are saying. Trey said, he said a lot of things, and then he showed up at training camp. So I think what Trey really wants, he wants security, but that might not happen. It might not happen. There's a chance he don't even get traded because the Bengals are stuck on this first-round pick. That ain't happening. We don't really have anybody to give them of substance, or I ain't giving them Brian Branch, right? I'm not giving him Jack Campbell. Not with 3 years left on his deal. I'm not giving him, and I'm sure not giving him a first-round pick with 1 year. And you know me, man, I'm about to be 46. So, the older you get, you still good. If you're still performing, I don't care how old you are. But at the same time, the dude is over 30 with 1 year left on his deal. If you can incentivize the deal, right? Trey got nobody to blame but the Cincinnati Bengals. He has nobody to blame but them. You could say he could blame himself. He signed an extension a couple years ago, I think, right? And now he's on the last year of that deal. So Trey gonna have to eat it. He gonna have to eat it. He's in a real sticky situation. It's unfortunate, but he gonna have to wait. I think he plays. If I'm Trey, I would prioritize winning first, money second. Work out my hardest to go on 17. Okay, so Q-Ball says, I'm not taking the risk of him potentially not playing. I know who will play for cheap, those Zadarius. Okay, so what I would do is I would talk to Trey. I would have a man-to-man with Trey and say, look, you going to hold out? You going to hold out? I mean, I don't know if you can talk to him, and he's not traded. I don't know how that will work. But if you can do that, are you going to play? Are you going to say, if he says, I don't care where I go, I'm not playing, then the deal is off. But so what is he going to do? He's not going to. So think about this, y'all. If he doesn't report to the Bengals, he's going to be Hassan Reddick 2.0. He's going to lose a bunch of money, millions upon millions, right? And then he's going to make himself look like a fool next year. So I don't buy that Trey is going to sit. To me, it just doesn't, unless he's talking about injury, it doesn't make a lot of sense because he's not going to come out of this better, in my opinion. Either teams are not going to want to be bothered with him because of how he did, or I just don't think he sits out. What team could afford Hendrickson or Parsons with how high these contracts are getting? I'm gonna tell you what. Here's to me why now is if I'm Brad, I'm throwing the javelin at the bullseye. I'm throwing it because you're not going to get a pass rusher like Trey for how much Trey costs right now. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get that guy. So what I would do is I would talk to Trey's agent and I'll say, listen, he gonna get this much. Why don't we sprinkle in some incentive, right? And then, I mean, if we talk about it next year or something, or he gets to walk or something like that, I would guarantee Trey, you're not going to get franchise tag. We don't even do that stuff here, right? Last time we did it was over a decade ago, but it was on the defensive end, so that's funny. But I would say, here's what we can guarantee you. You showcase your abilities. You play alongside Aiden Hutchinson. You help us chase the Super Bowl. And you could go, think about this. So, okay, look, let's wrap up the segment like this. If you're Trey, I keep wanting to say Trey Flowers. Last time I was saying Trey Songs. If you're Trey and you have this offer, tell me this ain't an offer you can't refuse. You say, Trey, you got a chance to play alongside Aiden Hutchinson, win a Super Bowl, and get paid. You can be a Super Bowl champion and get your bag. Think about that. You're a Super Bowl champion. How much your bag gonna go up? Or you can sit here and do nothing, or you can get traded to a whack team. I heard today it's some garbage team that's really in the running. But don't you dare let Minnesota, Green Bay, or Chicago get him. But it's some garbage team, because what's going to happen, he's going to go to a garbage team who can pay him, but they'll never win, right? So if I'm Trey, I'm like, yo, is it really worth it? Is it, because at the end of the day, we want to win, right? So I don't know, but this is a good conundrum. I would make the move. I say, look, I'll incentivize your contract up to, I don't know, $25 million. I do one of them Daniil Hunter type deals when he stayed with Minnesota that last year. As a matter of fact, Daniil Hunter redid it this year. I give him like a Daniil Hunter deal, like, because it's obvious to me that the Lions are waiting to pay Aiden Hutchinson. It's obvious to me. Unless it comes out, Aiden, once we got 17 days for Aiden to get his deal. If he doesn't get it, he's not getting it till next year. So let me know what you think, man. I think this is a prime opportunity for Brad to get a guy. And I mean, only thing you can do is hope he plays. I mean, like I said, I don't know if you can talk to him, before the trade, but I would see if he plays. But let me know your thoughts, man. You guys are awesome. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. We got a super chat. Let me see. Says, thank you for the donation. Says, history tells us that if a coach QB doesn't win the Super Bowl in their first 5 seasons together, then it doesn't happen. It's a kitchen sink year for sure, if you ask me. Kenny, is that legit, bro? Without me fact checking. Is that real? That's a real thing. Wow. Yeah, thank you. I was still muted from the segment. Thank you, guys. I noticed that. Wait a minute. Is that real? Wow. Okay. Jay says, if he doesn't trade for a pass rusher and we don't make it because of that, everyone will turn because it's been brought up numerous times and it's frustrated him at this point. So Ansa says yes, that is correct. So Kenny says, history tells us that if a coach QB doesn't win a Super Bowl in their first 5 seasons together, then it doesn't happen. Wow. Bro, that is a bar. And that's also a video. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to make a video too. Appreciate that, man. Wow. So wow. So wait a minute. Wait a second. And y'all know me. Y'all know I am big in that type of stuff, man. I'm big into statistical data. If you look at it, the Lions went 15-2, and no other 15-2 team has won a Super Bowl. 15-win team. No 15-win team has won a Super Bowl. And it stayed true. It stayed neither the Chiefs, and the Chiefs had a chance. I am a big into stats and like historical data. I'm all into that, bro. Wow, Brad getting kicked out of the fans, wanting another pass rusher. But it's because we listen, it's been a while. Yo, that's crazy. It's funny how when Miles was kind of available, Brad was already what is OTP? On the plane. But now that Trey and Micah are available, he doesn't care. Okay, so Reg, I get Micah. Micah is going to cost, like if we didn't have Aiden, I would be like, go, right? Go get Micah. I would still try to see if I get Trey, like if I can swing both. But also another thing too that I wanted to mention during this segment is, hey, yo, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Oh, on the phone. Bro, I said on the plane. I said on the plane. Look, that tell you where my man is at. Okay, all right. So listen. That is even a bigger reason that the Lions should trade for Trey. Because not only do you have the 5-year thing, right? I believe that. I believe that. Because either the Lions are going to, A, defy the odds and be the first team to do it. Yo, that's crazy, bro. That kind of got me excited a little bit because it's like either the Lions are going to do it this year, but if they don't do it this year, statistically, it's never been done. So it'd be another thing that the Lions could do that's never been done at all. That would be crazy, man. Maybe he waiting on Big Z. We can make history. Yo, that's crazy. That's like mind-blowing to me. Thanks, Kenny. I didn't even know that, man. I've never known that, and I'm big into like historical data and stuff. So I don't know, man, but I think the Lions can make it happen. I think the Lions can make it happen. All right, so let's do this. Because the next time you see me live in this capacity will be the roster cut down. So let's bring in the Detroit Lions depth chart, and let's do some roster predictions, all right? And see what's up. Detroit Lions, and then we'll end the show like this. Make sure you guys subscribe to Syndicate Sports Detroit. We've got Motor City Cats over there. You remember David Pike Motor City Mania used to be over there. We also have Spirit of Detroit. He's going to get on soon. And there's another guy, another Detroit Lions content creator I'm talking to. I would like him to contribute as well. We'll see if he has time. I'm not going to give you any hints though, because I can't give you hints without you knowing for sure. So I'm trying to open the platform up to multiple creators, because that's what the platform was about to begin with. The channel was about multiple creators talking about multiple sports, right? So we're trying to really get this thing going. All right, so we're going to do team, and then we're going to do, depth chart, okay. All right, we'll see what's up. Let's do our prediction. I want Martin to get cut. I think Martin does. What's up, Ben? Better late than never. Brad was interested in Miles because, okay, so do you guys say interested or interested? I say interested, but I said interested that time. Miles said he just wanted to be traded out of Cleveland and wasn't worried about a new contract. This is different from Trey saying he hasn't. Yeah, you know what? I believe that. Hey, thank you. Thank you, X. I appreciate that, man. Yes, he looks like Jack Reacher, but yeah, it is what it is. They might as well change the Lions to a tennis team. A new member. We got a new member? Let me see. Who do you think can't stay next year because too many people to re-sign? Anybody with an expiring contract, I don't believe they come back. And that means Tim Patrick, Alex, Khalif Raymond, Levi, Josh Pascal, DJ Reader. I don't think any of them comes back. Not right now. It could change after this year, but I think that it's going to be the young guys, because I'm going to tell you what, Terrion Arnold, he had a rough year one, but he could be a dog year two. The way he out there from the practices I saw, he was locking cats up. And the stuff coming out of training camp today was that he was locking cats up, man. So I'm excited to see how he does year two. What's up, Skill? Better late than never, bro, because we got like 2 minutes left. Does the narrative surrounding Goff not being able to get a team over the hump resurface if we get bounced in the playoffs again? You know what? Yeah, I think because the quarterback is always going to take the blame. You're going to get all the credit. You're going to take all the blame. So I say, they'll blame Jared Goff for a good performance faster than they would blame Brad Holmes for not getting a pass rusher. I'm just saying. All right, let's do this last segment, man, and we'll wrap up the show. And I will be live on, hopefully tomorrow on Syndicate Sports Detroit. I'll be live on Saturday for the game, and then we'll be live for the roster cut down as well. Don't forget practice squad. I cannot believe it's that time of year. That's crazy. All right, y'all, so I'm doing another segment. So we're going to do it like we did before. This is a good way to get content, especially when you are pressed for time. So I appreciate you guys. So let's get it started. Do I have to minimize this first? Maybe I do. I think so. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so the time has come that the Detroit Lions have to make a decision. We've got to cut that roster down from 90 to 53. So 37 people will be off the team, and then 16 will be added to the practice squad for a total of 69. 69. And Dan Campbell mentioned today that it's going to be tough. And I think this year is going to be the toughest that the Lions have been faced against, right? They've been faced with it. So I think that we're going to see some fan favorites get cut. We're going to see some people that should have never been drafted get cut. And it's going to be this is a prelude to what's going to happen next year. when we have to get a new team. Like when we have a new team, a lot of faces are going to be gone. Anzalone, Khalif Raymond, Tim Patrick, DJ Reader, Levi Onwuzurike, Josh Pascal, a lot of people, Alex Anzalone, a lot of teams, a lot of people are going to be off the team that we've come to know and love over the past few years. With that being the case, we're going to look at the depth chart and do our own version of the 53-man roster predictions. Maybe we can throw some practice squad guys in there as well, but I'm going to focus primarily on the 53-man roster. So what we're going to do to make it easy, because I will lose track very fast, is it's safe to say that the first and second string are guaranteed on both sides of the ball. And just looking at this, for offense, I'm going to say that I pretty much agree on all of this. Oh, wait a minute. Is that TK85? Ain't no way, bro. This would be history setting. Do you know that Tom Kennedy has never made a 53-man roster? He has never made one. So I'm going to say that would be history in the making right there. That's crazy. But the fact that they have him ahead of Lovett is crazy. I would love to see that happen. But for the sake, you know what? I'm feeling frisky. I'm going to say he makes it. Why not? Why not? He never does, but why not? So I'm going to say that, okay. All right. But it all depends on, and again, I'm not counting these guys, so I don't know just off the top of the head. So let's just say the first two rows are in there. When we look at the third row, I don't think Ronnie Bell makes the team. Love it. I have him. I don't know. He's either going to be wide receiver 6, 7, or practice squad. But who knows, man? Tom Kennedy could come in there and do his thing. Giovanni Manu. This is one of the people that they were talking about it in the chat about being a project. And allegedly, Brad Holmes said that we're running out of time for project picks. So I am going to say Mason Miller, there's no way he makes the team. He's terrible. Shane Zylstra, I think he does make the team. So when you go over to this third part, I'm going to say that I think that Ronnie doesn't, Lovett might, Manu might, and Shane Zylstra does. Jackson Meeks is also here. Kyle Allen, yeah, look at this. Okay. So there you go. Tom Kennedy shouldn't even be there. So we're going to replace these two guys. We're going to replace Hendon with Kyle, and we're going to replace Tom Kennedy with either Meeks or Lovett. Anybody from this fourth row, I'm going to, oh, wow, Miles Frazier, he's going to be out this year probably, so he won't count. And any of these guys, Vaki, he's probably a special teamer or RB4. And we know we're going to keep 4. I would rather see Jacob, man. I'm not going to lie. If you could squeeze Jacob as 4 and put Vaki on special teams, I would rather see that. I like what I see from Sailors, from running the football. Vaki is just this Swiss Army knife. I don't know, man. That's just me. So, all right. So that's pretty much what I would do. And if we go to defense, let's take a look at the depth chart here. I'm going to say you got to put Muhammad ahead of Agude. Nate Lynn played very well also. So I'm going to put Agude down here. I think Agude does not make the team, but he does go on the practice squad. Aleem, Tyleek, DJ Reader, Roy Lopez, Josh Pascal. We don't know if he's going to even have any availability. Derek Barnes, Jack Campbell, Grant Stewart. Well. Would you look at that? I like that. Malcolm Rodriguez is hurt. Trevor Nowalski. If he beat out Trevor, that means Grant Stewart is him, because they love Trevor Nowalski. So let me see. Avonte Maddox, Amik Robertson, DJ Reed, Rock Sin, Lawrence Strickland. Wow, has clawed his way up to the second. Maurice Norris. Maybe. We'll see. Let's go down to the third row. Pat O'Connor. Okay, I don't know, man. Makai Wingo, draft pick from last season. Muhammad been playing well, so I don't know, man. He might be on IR. So it looks like it might be tougher on defense than it will be on offense, for sure. I don't know. That's tough. Whiteside been balling. Okay, Russell gets cut. Eric Hallett, he had a nice game. Ian Cannelli. He had a nice game, but I think a lot of these guys are going to be gone. But it's good. These are good problems to have. This guy, nope. DJ Miller, nope. Trevor, last time we put him on practice squad or tried to waive him, somebody claimed him. So I don't know. Pittman, Turner, Ukwu, Martin is gone. Wow. The defensive side of the ball is going to be much tougher. And this is what Dan was talking about keeping 3 quarterbacks. How if you keep 3, you might have to sacrifice it somewhere else. Yeesh. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. But a lot of these guys can rebound on the 53 on the practice squad. So we shall see. That's tough, man. I don't know. And it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So let me know out of that list, what do you think? Again, we will be live for the reveal of the 53-man roster. The practice squad usually begins shortly after that or the next day. It's usually filled piece by piece. I know Pride of Detroit does a tracker. We'll keep track of it that way and go from there, man. Let me know what you think, but it looks like it's going to be much harder on the defensive side of the ball than on the offensive side. Let me know what you think. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Now, as far as that list that we just went over, a lot of guys that could be on the way out. They got one more opportunity to prove themselves. Dan Campbell said today's practice between the Texans was a big step, and the game is their final time to kind of make some noise, man, and let them know if they need a spot, if they make a spot or not. So we'll see. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. All right, we are back. So listen, we will be on Saturday. Make sure you guys, the post-game show, I think that'll resume after, man, I don't know, because Sunday, so here's what I'm going to do. Sunday, I'm going to check the weather. I know this sounds really vain, but I can't do rain. I cannot do the rain. Only stadium that I think I'll try to go to in the rain is Arrowhead. I don't want to miss Arrowhead for anything. I've never been to Lambeau, but the plan is to check the weather on Sunday. And if the weather says it's not going to rain, I get my tickets. The Lambeau is the most expensive ticket that I'll be buying. It costs more than, you could probably get 2 tickets to somewhere else for the price of 1 Lambeau ticket. So, and that's like sitting in like the middle of the stadium. So the plan is to go to Lambeau. So I won't be here. And I won't be here. Okay, so week 2, I'll be doing that game. Week 3 and 4, I'll be gone. And then there's a home game stretch in the middle of the season where we got 3 games at home that I'll be home. But after tomorrow, the next live game that I do will be the Bears, which is in week 2. Because I don't plan to go to any Detroit Lions home games this year. I don't want to do it, man. It's like I was right there with the season tickets. I'm putting all my money to going to I'm gonna need oil changes because I'm driving to all of the games except California. Kansas City, I'm driving to all of them. So yeah, I got to put my money toward that and try to stack for season tickets. Cause they literally could call me during the season and be like, you're up. If somebody tickets get canceled or something like that, they could call me and be like, you are up. I was 2 days away from picking season tickets. So I'm trying to save money to do that as well. So I will be live on Saturday. Come join me. Post-game shows will resume when the season resumes. I was thinking about seeing if I could have somebody else do a post-game show so that you guys can still have it. But I don't know. Anyway, listen, y'all have a great day. I appreciate that. Appreciate your coming in, stopping in the channel. Yeah, we got some, this is going to be a big year for not only the Lions, but the channel and everything, man. Merchandise shop is open, all that good stuff. All right. I will see y'all on Saturday. Come join the live. And as always, go Lions.